Okay, English 2 people, it's January 20th. You have a DLA practice revision passage here. Look at this PDF first before you do the practice DLA. The information to log into it is at the very bottom here. But first, let's review this PDF together. So, make sure you read the passage all the way through. Don't just skim it. Make sure you read one question at a time to figure out what you need to do. You're going to answer these questions carefully, and depending on what it's asking you, you might have to add things or delete things in terms of ideas, words, or phrases. So the questions that are asking you to give a central idea, read each of your answer choices and decide which one matches what the passage is mostly about. If the question is asking you to find a topic sentence, go to the paragraph in the passage. They'll tell you where to go, and then reread that paragraph to figure out what's the main idea. And go back to your answer choices to find the one that matches the main idea. For the questions that have you look at details and you're trying to pick between the options, you're going to go to the paragraph that it says to go look at. Make a mark in the passage where the detail is supposed to go. Reread the paragraph to figure out the main idea, and look at the answer choices to see which one has specific info that relates to the main idea and fits in that spot. For the questions that give you a choice of spots to add a certain detail, you're going to mark it in the passage and then reread the sentences around it, not just that individual spot. Read around it also and try putting in the detail to see where it fits best, which again are your answer choices. The questions that ask you to insert a transition, go to that sentence, read around it, and then put the transition to see where it fits best. For the questions that ask you to change a word or a phrase to improve its meaning, go to the sentence, circle the word or phrase, and read it to yourself a couple of times, not just once or twice, maybe 3 or more times, and put the answer choice to see which one makes the most sense. If the question is asking you to combine or revise sentences, go to those sentences, look at your answer choices, and make sure you select the one that sounds the best and also looks the best. You want to avoid these things: run-on sentences, incomplete sentences, the repeating of words and phrases, and again, make sure the sentence structure is on point. You're going to underline sentences if it's asking you to delete a sentence. So go to that sentence, look at your answer choices, and see which one does not fit. For the questions that are asking you to add a closing statement, read each answer choice to see which one completes it. And again, the closing has to have the right tone, and it shouldn't be lame like "that's the end of my paper." If the passage is asking for corrections, again, you're going to read through the passage, Read each question, underline each identified sentence, reread it, try to correct it as you read it, and again, reread each question one at a time. You have enough time to do this. Again, try to match an answer choice to the corrections you've made. If you didn't make a correction, or if you don't think it matches any of the answer choices, then reread it and choose the best answer. If it's asked you about grammar, punctuation, in this case it's talking about commas, check the sentence pattern. And what you have here is a visual of what is right and what is wrong when you write sentences. So yellow is subject, green is predicate, and of course you have your fanboys here, which stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So here's a visual for you. This is what you need to do. This is good. And this is what you need to avoid. Not good. Once you're finished here, go back to your module. At the very bottom you see the instructions. You're going to click here, open it up. It's going to look something like this. And you're going to put in your student ID. For instance, my ID is then directions tell you to put capital KISD and the last 4 digits of your student ID. So for instance, KISD 0565, and then you would click sign in, and then you should be good to go. Again, make sure you submit it when you're finished. If you don't submit it, then you're going to receive a 0 because we can't see your answers. If you have any issues with this, please ask your teacher. If you're having problems with it, then go on to the next slide or next module that talks about catch-up day. Again, if you have any issues, email, contact your teacher. Good luck. Have a good day.